There's a glare. I can't get away from it. Let's do this. Sorry. Okay. Welcome back to Teaching with Kaya. My name is Kaya. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And on this channel, I help the non-teacher get started in teaching ESL online. So, what is a non-teacher? A non-teacher, as I call it, is someone like me who does not have a background in education but wants to be an online ESL teacher. So, if that is you, then please keep watching. Okay, so in today's video, I am going to give you my personal top 3 tips for brand new aspiring online ESL teachers. So if you are here because you're looking to start your journey teaching online, or if you are a current ESL teacher, I think these will be helpful if you are someone who likes to help others get started as well. So let's get into it. First, and I have my notes here, tip number 1 is do your research. You want to research, and if you're watching this video, then this is probably a part of you doing your research. So the first thing that you want to do, if you are like me, I started about 7 months ago. Prior to that, I had no idea what teaching ESL online was. I didn't even know it was a thing. So I first had to do my research. I Googled companies, I Googled jobs, I landed on YouTube videos, and from there my research developed. Okay, so number 1, it's important to do your research. It's okay to watch YouTube videos. I hope that you watch videos and you take notes. But ultimately, part of your research includes what is best for you. So, what is best for me may not work for you, or it may, but you find that out when you do your research, okay? So, tip number 2 is make sure you get qualified. Get qualified to teach. What you don't want to do is you don't want to do all this research and just blindly apply to all of these companies and then to just be disappointed when you get an email saying that your basic information did not pass because you did not qualify yourself before applying. So what does that mean, get qualified? Well, if you are looking to teach with I would say majority now of Chinese companies, you definitely want to make sure that you meet the qualifications. So just generally speaking, I'm not talking about any company in particular right now, but generally a Chinese company is going to want you to have a bachelor's degree. They are going to want you to have a teaching certificate, so either a TESOL or a TEFL. Some companies may require that you have some teaching experience. Some you don't have to have experience. So you find all of that out when you do your research. Now, after you research, whatever the requirements are that you found for the company that you want to apply for, go and get them. Okay, if you already have a bachelor's degree, great. You are halfway there. If you already have a TESOL or a TEFL, which is a teaching certificate that qualifies you to be able to get hired with Chinese companies to teach English to students, okay? If you already have that, great. But if you don't have that, then you definitely want to make sure that you get certified to teach. And I'll just go ahead and tell you that the certificate that I received has been accepted by all of the companies I work for, no problem. So I highly recommend them. And that is with International Open Academy. The certificate is only about $22, something like that. And it only took me like 3 to 4 days to complete. So it's relatively fast. You could probably complete it faster because I did it in between, making lunches and helping my kids with their classes. This was back when I did it. My kids were still in school. So if you have time to devote to completing it and you won't be interrupted, you have time, maybe on the weekend, you probably can do it in like 2 to 3 days because people have done it that fast before. So make sure that you check the description box because you can just click the link. It'll take you right to the certificate and you can go ahead and get that done. So check the description box for that link. Okay, so that's tip 2. Tip number 3 is you want to make an investment. Okay, so I think the obvious thing that we all know, you're teaching online, right? So what do you need? You need a laptop or a computer of some sort. Now, this also ties in with doing your research because depending on where you apply, companies have specific tech specs or tech requirements for you in order to be able to teach on their platform. They want to make sure that you can pass a speed test, that you have strong Wi-Fi, that your computer is fast enough and strong enough to support their platform. So if you are teaching on a platform that is very interactive, you know, something like maybe Magic Ears or QKids, or even GOGOKID, you want to make sure that your computer is strong enough and fast enough so that you can teach without any issues. Okay, so that's the first obvious investment. Next, you're going to need one of these. For the majority of companies, again, I'm not talking about any company in particular, but if you are serious about becoming an ESL teacher online, you want to invest in a headset. You want to make sure that you get a headset that is noise canceling and that has a boom mic. Okay, the next thing you might need, depending on your internet, is an Ethernet cord or Ethernet cable. That is something that you can plug directly into your laptop or your computer that goes straight to your router, and it will help to boost your Wi-Fi signal and make it stronger. I'll give you an example. QKids, they highly recommend, I don't want to say they're required because I know there are some teachers who don't use one, but whenever I teach with QKids in particular, I always have an Ethernet cord plugged into my computer. And so if you have a computer or a laptop already, or if you have to buy one, make sure that yours has an Ethernet port on it. And if it doesn't, that's okay. That's okay. You can just order a connector off of Amazon. So all of these things I'm mentioning are part of the investment. Okay, something else you may want to consider to invest in is you as the teacher. If you are brand new and you have never done this before, it may be a little intimidating. Maybe not. Maybe, you know, you're cool with it, but it can be intimidating. There are so many moving parts and there's so many companies, there's so many options that you have. So you want to invest in yourself. And what do I mean by that? Well, there are resources online, of course, that are free. You can invest your time in watching YouTube videos so that you gain the knowledge that is necessary to give you the confidence to go out there and just apply. Get qualified, make sure you have the right equipment, and apply to companies. Another way to invest is an online course. Now, you may want to consider investing in an online course if you are someone who you know for sure that this is something that you want to do. You want to make this maybe, you know, a side hustle. Maybe you want to make it your full-time income. Or maybe you want to teach and also help other people get started in teaching ESL online as well. So if you want to do those things, you have to know what you're doing, how to help people, how to teach classes, and things like that. So when I first started, I invested in an online course as I was brand new to ESL. I had just found out about it. I had just signed my first contract and I had only been teaching for a few days, and I invested in a course. Why did I do that as a new teacher? I did it mainly so that I can feel like I know what avenue to take. And it depends on the course that you choose, but just know that there are courses available for you as a new online ESL teacher or as an aspiring teacher that will help give you tips and tricks and resources and tools that can help you along your journey. So if you're interested in learning more about that, then stay tuned. I do have a video coming out soon about the course in particular that I took online, but it's not required. It's totally optional. It's something that is available if you want it. Okay, so just to review the tips again, these are my top 3 tips for aspiring online ESL teachers. So number 1, you want to do your research. Number 2, make sure that you get qualified. And number 3, you want to make the investment. So again, if you need to get your TESOL or your TEFL, then check the description box. I have a link there. You can just click that. You can start your course and you'll be done within a few days, and you can actually print off your certificate. So when you start applying to companies, you have a physical certificate to send them as proof that you passed the course. Okay, so if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Be sure to like this video, and if you're not already, subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of the content I have coming out this week. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.